I've decided to stop selling my minifigures on eBay. If you want to know why, then stay tuned because it's coming up. Hey YouTube, it's Fred here from Hillians Bricks, and as the title already said, yes, I have decided to move away from eBay for when it comes to selling my minifigures. And I've got three main reasons why I'm doing that. So I've not really had any traumatic experience, as you might have seen quite a few people, resellers online. I've been posting lots of videos recently about why they're leaving eBay. Mine is on a similar point, but I must say I haven't had anything, but I want to make sure that before it comes to that point, I'm leaving. But I'm just going to go run through the points why I'm personally not going to be selling any more minifigures on eBay. So the first one I wanted to highlight is that I've just recently actually achieved top rated seller status on eBay. I've also got 100 positive remarks, like feedback, so I've got no negative remarks at all. I'm always historically, when I listed my minifigures, towards the lower price range, that of all the minifigures that are available. So I was always one of the cheaper ones when it came from the pricing perspective. Not always the cheapest, but I tried to match it at least. So and always, you include free shipping and things like that. So those are kind of the things that are already, one of the reasons why I'm probably going to be leaving the platform. So the first one I want to highlight, the first reason why I'm leaving, is just the amount of commission that I've ended up paying through eBay. So typically these minifigures here, we've got some examples. I've got a bag here. These are all my Lego City ones. Typically, they're in the price range of £4 to £5. And I found that when you're looking at small value items, so this might not just necessarily apply to like Lego minifigures, right, but generally small value items on eBay, I don't think are worth selling anymore. And that is because of all the fees that you have. So the listing fee is 35 pence, or 30 pence if you're a registered business, I believe. Yes, you do get free offers, which I took up the opportunity, up until now, and those free listing offers have kind of disappeared. So that's one of the reasons why I'm not doing it anymore. Yes, I could open a shop, and that would mean I think you pay £25 a month and you get 250 free listings. Now, for me, that's only worth it if you then have 250 items to list, and then you have to do that every month. Yes, you can relist, but then that brings it down to 10 pence. Okay, that's more manageable. But then you also got the final value fee, that you have, and it's 10.9% plus 30 pence because of the managed payment, and that's actually my second point I'm going to mention. But before I get to that, I just want to give you some, an example. Now, if you have, like, for example, a minifigure of £4, let's say, if you're already starting to talk about a 30p listing fee, and then you have the 10.9% final value fee, you're already at 44 pence. Now that's already 74, let's call it 75 pence that you've got to deduct just on fees alone. That's 18.5%. Now, just to put in comparison, when you sell on Bricklink or Brick Owl, they charge 3% commission. So that's a big difference already when you take that into consideration. Now they're also taking, the commission also applies on like postage, which is, to me, the postage I put free, but that's a cost to me that I have to cover as well. And second class postage in the UK for a large letter, because you can't just send this in a small envelope, is 96 pence. So you take that off and you're looking at just £2.30, for example, if you have a cost of £4, if you have a selling price of £4, I mean. But then you also have to buy like your shipping materials and things like that. So you can see, and you have to buy the minifigure as well. So you can see there's very, very little margin by selling it through eBay. And you could say, yes, Fred, you can increase your prices, but you're not going to sell it because other people are listing it at similar pricing. And sometimes those are people, probably individuals, who are getting the free listing. So it's not a fair marketplace. Now, if you do get free listings, it kind of starts to make it more sense. But as soon as you have to pay listing fees for small items, it kind of goes against the water. So if anyone from eBay is watching this, which I doubt, my advice would be, scrap all listings fees for, items under £10, for example. That, I think, will bring a lot of sales potentially back into the market and, kind of generate a lot more availability, because I do think that for small items that listing fee is killing it. Now, the second point that I already kind of like hinted towards is managed payments. So if you're not familiar with managed payments, it's a new way of getting your payments as a seller. It's kind of replacing PayPal, and I never saw the need why PayPal needs to be replaced. You know, it is the benchmark, and you know, but PayPal is a third party, and that kind of had its benefits. Um, the whole managed payment, from my perspective, adds zero benefits. You know, it's essentially a way of eBay making, you know, the margin that PayPal were making, they're making it themselves now, so they're getting extra revenue this way. Um, the drawback from a seller perspective is that you don't get your money instantly either. You have to wait a few days for it to come through. If there's a dispute, God forbid, you know, they can just take your money and just, you know, do what they want with it. So that for me is a big red flag, and that's kind of the reason why I'm mainly wanting to leave eBay. You know, if there was with PayPal, you know, you could always dispute, and if you had proof of you know, that you sent the item and things like that, that's what you could be doing. But just to go back to, you know, selling minifigures, I'm not going to go and ask for tracked shipments and everything like that, because it's not worth it, because, you know, the cost of an item is only £4. Obviously when I'm selling it's about £4, £5, whatever the price is that I'm selling at. If you have to start adding tracking and everything like that, you know, you're going to end up paying more on shipping than you are actually paying for, like, selling the item for. So that's definitely not one of the things I'm looking to do. Most of the things that I just send is in an envelope, and I just you know, put a stamp on it, and off it goes, right? So and, you know, good faith most of the times. You know, I've never had any bad experience, but if things do go missing, you know, it is usually eBay, I've discovered, are not going to side with the seller. They're going to side with the buyer, and that for me is a big issue. They, you know, even though you have 100% positive rating, eBay will completely ignore it and not look at that. So for me, that's the big red warning flag. You know, and that's kind of why I'm trusting more the buyers on Bricklink and Brick Owl, which is where I'm selling my minifigures on now as well. And I've also created my website hilliansbricks.com, obviously, where I'm going to load more and more of my minifigures onto that platform, because I can sell them at a cheaper price than I can sell them on eBay, because I don't have to pay any of the commission. Just have to pay the platform fee for having, you know, the website. But, you know, I have that anyway, so I might as well make use of it and then try and sell it through there. So I'm actually updating my website as I'm speaking right now. So you know, in the last few days and hours, I've been working on it, optimizing it, making it look better, and I will add more minifigures there. And I tend to check the eBay pricing as a benchmark and go below that, because, you know, as a customer, you know, people want to have an incentive of buying from me directly. And yes, I do have the good reputation. And the final point is that if you were to ever have a dispute with eBay, this is, you know, they charge you £14 as a dispute fee just to handle it. I'm like, well, if you're proven that they're going to side with the buyer, and from what I'm seeing on other YouTube videos, a lot of the times eBay side with the buyer, and you have to jump through many hoops to try and prove otherwise, and then they might still side with the buyer. And it's, from what I've seen, is that if only people complain significantly and make it public with a big YouTube following, it's when they get some sort of response that might have changed the thing. So eBay are just looking at their reputation and damage control, and I think ultimately eBay is on like a race to zero, because they're going to find out that sooner or later they're not going to have any sellers left, and then, you know, where does their income come from? Because they do need to have sellers to make the money, right? So that for me is kind of, you know, those 3 points are why I am no longer going to be selling my minifigures on eBay. Now, this is purely from a lower value perspective. Now, I'm not going to disappear completely from the eBay platform, but I will only focus eventually on selling sets on eBay, because those are the larger value items, you know, and then it doesn't, you know, when we start looking at the commissions, then, you know, it's a smaller percentage when the listing fees. So even if things don't sell, you know, the listing fee is just a small price to pay, and it kind of gets baked into the margin. But it's only going to be for me for higher value items that I'm going to be sending through like tracked shipments and things like that, where I can actually prove everything. That's when I'm going to be using eBay. But for any other small value items, for me, it is goodbye eBay. I'm sorry, but it's no longer viable, and it's no longer attractive to me. But yeah, let us know if any of you guys agree or disagree with these views. We hope you enjoyed this kind of content. It's not really a rant, so to say, but I just do want to make sure that, you know, people understand why my minifigures are no longer available on eBay. But yes, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and stay tuned for more videos coming up soon. Bye for now.